individuals who are at risk of becoming violent are people who are able to lose the capacity to envision the psychological experience of the person they're being violent to. It's not to say that they do not ever have that capacity. It's just that they can lose it momentarily. They are vulnerable to it. And the reason that they can lose it is because they had an inadequate experience of having been thought of as a person in the context of early attachment relationship. Because what we have learned, research over the last 20 years, is that the way we become people who are aware of the thoughts and feelings of others, as well as thoughts and feelings in ourselves, is having someone around who is thinking about us as a thinking and feeling person. If we are deprived of that experience, if we had been neglected, we will always be vulnerable to losing that, something we call mentalization, that capacity to envision mental states in others and in ourselves. One of the challenges to understanding violence is that violence varies between societies, within the same societies at different times. And the predictors of violence at any one time don't seem to work terribly well when you try and use that predictor across time. So, for example, there's no doubt that at any one time, economic disadvantage predisposes to violence. If you're middle class, far less likely to be violent than if you were disadvantaged economically, particularly as a child. But in the Great Depression, when everybody was poor, violence was at its lowest. So I think actually what you've got to look at, not so much absolute poverty, but relative poverty. So what really matters is seeing somebody up there and feeling yourself down here. That is what triggers a violent response. So, as long as we have social inequalities, massive social inequalities within a society, we will continue to have violence.